Yeah.
Cartier is one of the most well-known and popular luxury brands of the jewelry and watch world, and for good reason too. For over 118 years, the Santos de Cartier has continued to grow in popularity since it was first introduced to Brazilian aeronaut and inventor Alberto Santos Dumont. Designed to facilitate the use of time measurement without having to let go of the controls while flying to pull out his pocket watch. The Santos worn on Alberto's wrist would become the first aviator's watch, the iconic collection that started it all. Its design aesthetics bridges the gap between jewelry and watchmaking. The smooth, lustrous curves, heptagonal crown with an inserted sapphire-like spinel gem, and the famous screw motif seen on some of Cartier's most recognizable jewelry pieces. To begin, the dial measures 39.8 millimeters with a thickness of 9.08, lug to lug 47.5, lug width 20 millimeters, water resistant to 100 meters, and sports the in-house manual wound movement 9611MC caliber with a 72 hours power reserve. These skeleton models are a refreshed version of the first ever pilot wristwatch, but with ultra high-end aesthetics. Instantly, we are greeted with a skeletonized dial that materializes our most intrinsic appreciation of the watchmaking craftsmanship. The movement itself becomes the decorative element of the timepiece, drawing our attention to the intricate key components of the movement, while at the same time we are met with Cartier's signature Roman numerals that are oversized, spanning out, acting as pillars supporting the case. Each mainspring barrel that stores the 72 hours of power are tucked behind the 12 o'clock numeral, and the escapement that supplies the energy is situated behind where the 7 o'clock numeral would be, all being positioned as close to the center of the dial to make the skeletonized base as see-through as possible, allowing for a view of the vertical satination across the base plate and mirrored anglage on the edges that's been excellently executed, bringing profound visuals to life, revealing refinement upon closer inspection, reflecting the color of ambient light, and every part positioned with care and attention, so that the outcome is a pleasing uniformity instead of a cluttered mess. The steel model has a subdued and sporty look with elements of high horology, a more toned down version but with a touch of flair, a bezel that seems to liquefy any lighting due to its lustrous polish. Its screws securely tucked into its bezel running along the bracelet mirrors that finish too. The same can be said about the two-tone version. Its blazing gold bezel and screws are strikingly polished. The yellow tone gives off this classic vintage feel, even though the dial depicts this modern technical design. Combined, it bridges the gap between Cartier's history and today's modern style. In addition to the steel bracelet, they both come with a leather strap and a steel folding buckle, and thanks to the QuickSwitch system, it makes it almost effortless to remove the bracelet. And the links too makes it easy due to the SmartLink system, allows you to remove links without having to depend on your local jeweler. The Santos de Cartier made history as the world's first aviator's watch for the wrist, an icon in the Cartier collection, inspiring many other modern reinterpretations without taking away its puristic traits, a symbolic and historic timepiece that will forever remain timeless.